his 44th birthday. Happy birthday!
Thank you very much.
And this is March 26th, 2020.
Yep.
Okay, and he just arrived in Rancho Cordova to do the detoxination. And tell us a little bit about yourself and what brought you here and what you're expecting to get out of this.
Well, I'm expecting to get a new life out of it. I've heard lots of great things, did lots of research, and through speaking with you and Dan Root and Anne Marie and Dr. Spainhour, I'm looking forward to getting all these toxic chemicals out of my body.
Right, now you're a meth lab cop in New York, a detective.
Yep. So I was hired back in 2008 with the Ogdensburg City Police Department, which is in upstate New York. I also work for the St. Lawrence County Drug Task Force. Mainly over the last 4+ years, almost 5 years, there's been a lot of meth production in our area. So during that period of time, I've been involved in over 180 meth labs, and from dealing with that many meth labs, I've had a lot of negative effects on my body as far as the exposures go. I've had a few really bad exposures, and just over a period of time, the chemical exposures over the duration of my career have pretty much clogged up my body with toxins.
Right. And to give an example, Dave was telling me about going into a raid and then they poured the meth cook pots right down the toilet, which just exploded into a huge vapor of acid and
it would be ammonia gas.
Ammonia gas. Mm-hmm. And so you guys were crawling out the door on your hands and knees over glass.
Yep.
And passing out and throwing up.
Yep.
Trying to get the cuffs on these people.
Yep. It was quite the experience. I've had a few really bad exposures. Luckily I found this place to try to turn my life around because since July of 2018 I've been sick.
Right.
I've had several different doctors look at me. Half of them are baffled because it's not like your typical prognosis or your typical thing that's wrong with people. So I've had a few doctors write me off, and now recently, over the past few months, I've had a lot of doctors listen to me and start to, formulate a plan or, at least believe what I'm telling them as far as what's going on with my body.
So if we were to do a body scan, like head to toe, starting head, like shooting pain through sinus cavities.
So with the head, I get a lot of nerve pain in my face. I have sinus issues repeatedly, sinus infections, inflammation, nerve pain in my cheeks, forehead, wraps around the back of my ears. I get severe headaches almost daily.
Like migraines that make you throw up.
That you're just about ready to throw up at the end of them. I do get neuralgia in my hands and feet once in a while, the nerve pain. I've been diagnosed with asthma, COPD. At the age of 43, I was diagnosed with COPD, which I'm a non-smoker. I don't smoke. I've never smoked. So that was quite a slap in the face to be told that you have a chronic condition for the rest of your life. A lot of chest pressure. The brain fog is almost on a daily basis, which is absolutely horrible.
Right, because you had a photographic memory before.
I pretty much had a photographic memory. They used to call me Rain Man at work because I remember everything.
Right.
And now I have a loss of memory, loss of concentration, insomnia. I don't sleep maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours a night. Anxiety, some depression now, unfortunately, which comes along with the way your body feels every day.
Right.
Fatigue has been unbearable.
So now meth lab cops have been exposed to this for a long time, but you have recently found out that senators in your state had no idea, and that there really wasn't a compensation, or when people do get injured at work, they're not really taken seriously.
Right. So there have been people that I've reached out to that have been there for me. Not only you and Dan and Dr. Spainhour, and but I've also been in touch with Anne Marie Principe, who's been huge in all of this, the planning of it, the actual making it happen.
Right, and Anne Marie was
Yep,
poisoned from
yep.
the 9/11, and she went through the detoxination
Right.
over 30 days of the sauna with the niacin and just
Yep.
getting all the chemicals out, and went from 13 different medications and not being able to breathe to just an occasional inhaler. So we're really hoping that COPD on your end is going to really,
I
the
hope
shortness
so.
of breath is going to be helped. So that's Anne Marie, and then
Anne Marie,
also a Senator Mark. Or,
Assemblyman Mark Walzig, who is the assemblyman of my district in New York, has been, everything I could have asked for in any politician in any way, shape, or form. He's been nothing but helpful to me. He's listened, he's cared, he's reached out, he's found different resources for me. He's bent over backwards for me. Also, a shout out to his chief of staff, Nick Fryat, who has also been in the planning process. Spoken to Anne Marie. They've really gone above and beyond. So, none of this would be taking place right now if it wasn't for, Mark Walzig's hard work, Nick Fryat's hard work, and Anne Marie's, generosity and strong will.
Yeah, fantastic.
She's a good woman.
Yes. So this is our first day in documentation, and we'll be having an orientation pretty soon, and you'll be doing your niacin and your saunas. And sometimes when you start, it gets worse before it gets better. A lot of this chemicals are going to be coming out of stored in the lipid zones of the fat cells, and then being sweat out sebaceous sweat. And so we got lots of new cotton shirts to see what comes out. And great.
They're white now.
They're white now, but they might not be in a bit. Great. And then also Dr. Amen very generously is going to be donating a scan so that we can see some before and afters. A brain scan. I think it's
It's a 4D. The way Anne Marie described it was a 4D brain scan, which can tell you which parts of your brain are depleted or deficient in certain vitamins, is the way I understand it. I don't know if that's 100% true, but
it can detect tumors and different types of things as well. And we see, like, from your recent CAT scan, there's some inflammation or something causing tumors in the sinus from all of this. But that's can be expected when you're breathing poisonous vapors and passing out trying to do an arrest and crawling through glass. So so we will come back on live a little bit. We'll be documenting the journey through the several, three sessions of 30 minutes a day, so 90 minutes a day of the sauna, and then we'll just keep giving updates. Thank you, Dave LeBeau.